Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Harp of Ages. Last episode, Maverick found an essence of time in Jabu Jabu's belly, and now all I need to do is find one more. But first, let's see what the Zoras have to say. You've done so much for us, our seas are clean and all as well. I offer you our symbol of heroism, the Zora scale. Alright, now with this Zora scale, we'll be able to talk with that one Zora in the past, who won't let us into the Sea of Storms. The seas are spoken clean. King Zora will be so pleased. Now, depending on if you're doing, if you're playing Harp of Ages first, like this, you have to get to the Sea of Storms in the past. If you're doing a linked game, you actually do the Sea of Storms in the present. And you'll see that when I do the linked game. You're the hero who saved the Zora seas. I offer you thanks on behalf of all Zoras. Yeah, so a few Zoras, their dialogue changes. Not too much, though. Like I said, the main change is the Zora who's guarding the Sea of Storms. He will now recognize us and allow us to enter the Sea of Storms. And we have to enter the Sea of Storms because there was an item in there that will allow us to get to the final dungeon, to get the last essence of time. So I'm just swimming around here a little bit before I go to the Sea of Storms. There's a few things I need to find around here. I'm going to go back to the past. And when we first going over to the Zora village, there was that one cave that had a treasure chest in it, but we couldn't reach it because we didn't have the long hook. Well, now we have the long hook, so let's go back and get that treasure. It's actually a ring. I will be showing off a bunch of rings later on in the episode. Heading back there, I get the I stopped having rings of praise when I was going to get the 100th ring, and in Jabu Jabu's belly I found out that I ended up getting the 10,000 ruby rings, so you get to see those two special rings unlocked. And speaking of unlocking rings, there's another ring to unlock in a treasure chest in the present, but we have to get there from the past. So we warp here. Surface. Oh, grab another ring. Let's get it appraised later. We will do that. Well, let's head back into the past now. And we'll be very close to the Sea of Storms. So we can pretty much head there. It's just over here to the right. We'll show this Zora, the Zora scale. The seas beyond here swallow up all who venture into them. The Sea of Storms, I can't allow a child like you to pass. The Zora scale. So you're Maverick, you may pass. I know not what lies beyond, and ask not why you must pass. Fare ye well. So, there's certain areas that we can't get to in a non-linked game. You'll see that when you go into the present, there's some sections in the Sea of Storms that we can't get into. You can only access them if you do the game second in a linked game. Because, as I was saying, in a linked game, you encounter these pirates in the present. So you unlock the Sea of Storms in the present, and in the present, because of the way the land shifts and stuff, you can actually warp back into the past. So it's another reason to do Ages second, I guess. You can unlock the entire map. Well, here, there are always going to be these three sections that we can't unlock. Staying in the seas is every man's dream. It was great to so gallantly sail off too many dreams. We got stuck in the Sea of Storms and can't get out. Ha, you got the Zora scale sea charm. Aye, that could calm this Sea of Storms. How about you give me that Zora scale, okay? Thank you, you're a good man. Ahoy, mateys. We're off to Oladom, the land of seasons. Aye, aye, sir. Thank you. Now that we can escape these seas, take this as a sign of me thanks. It's the jewel called the Tokay Eyeball. It's said to be the thing that opens the way to the ancient tomb. I don't know if it's true or not, though. We got the Tokay Eyeball, a treasure of the deep. You really helped us out. Aye, we found that Tokay Eyeball on Crescent Island. Maybe you should head that way. Rock now, ahoy mateys. Aye aye, sir. In the present, there's another Gasha seed location, or a Gasha soil location, and it is one that gives you can give you level 5 rings. It's basically right there. You have to dig up some soil on that land. Like I said, there's no way for us to get that in just the non-linked game. So, oop, we're kind of stuck. Let's use our Gale seeds. We're running low on Pegasus seeds, so one of the good things is that one of the rings that we end up getting is the Pegasus ring, and that doubles the effect of a Pegasus seed. So it'll go on. Well, Pegasus seed go twice as long, twice as much use out of it. What we really need is get that heart container piece off of Maple. She dropped it a long time ago, but we didn't get it because it fell to a section on screen we couldn't reach. I'm gonna have to start farming her, because in this episode we will end up getting to the Ancient Tomb, which is the last dungeon. We can obviously tell where that's going to be. It's the only section in our map here that we haven't unlocked. There's a few squares on the outside here I'm just going to unlock now. Basically that 3x3 square to the north is where the dungeon is. Basically where the graveyard is in the present. Speaking of the present, you have to have the Tokay Eyeball to get to the Ancient Tomb. You can't just warp there, like go to the graveyard in the present and use the Tune of Ages to warp back there. Some magical field basically sends you back. That also takes place if you try to warp into the Black Tower from the present to the past. Speaking of the past, it's been so long since we've been here at Tokay Island. But if you're keeping notes, your notes will say that there's a treasure chest here that we couldn't reach. Now we got the long hook, we can reach it. And we get another ring. Another ring also awaits us back in Line of City, in the city, because the mayor's house. Remember, he has that one treasure chest that we can't reach. But now we've got the long hook, we'll be able to. Strange things are happening all around. Yet some new dialogue. The Queen seems a totally different person. Now that the Black Tower has been completed. I think you could go to the Black Tower now, and you can, but you can't make your way all the way through the Black Tower. You can go about 3 floors in it, and then you get to this point where there's 3 doors, and you don't know which one's real, and anyone that you go into will just kick you out. That's why we need the Maku seed from this Maku tree. Over in Holodrum, Data needed the Mako seed to dispel the darkness to get into Onyx's castle. In this game, Maverick's going to need the Mako seed to show which of the doors is true, break the illusion, Baron's illusion. My baby never sleeps, how can I get him to sleep, Maverick? Yeah, we'll tell him to sing. Try to get a different outcome for this baby than for Marty here than Danny over in Data's playthrough. That tower's sure bigger than the town, so all my buddy's not feeling right either. I guess bad things do come in spades. So yeah, I'm going here, and this way I'm gonna set this up is he'll be a slacker, and then in seasons I'm gonna make him be the arborist, so he'll be like his father, and then I can do another playthrough for the hero games, and make him into the singer and the warrior. So we're getting all these rings of praise, which As you can see, we end up getting the 100th Ring of Praise, so we got a special ring, and the 10,000 Ruby ring. And let's list those rings as we can change them out. And that, like I said, that Pegasus Seed ring is pretty good. Pegasus Seed is a little harder to come by in this game than in Oracle of Seasons. So having them last longer is a little bit better. So I'm just going to show off the Black Tower, trying to work back from here. So the Black Tower is completed in the past, which makes you think it was also completed in the present, but it's always going to be blocked off in the present. So to solve the dungeon, we're going to have to go back into the past to do it. But if we try to go back to the past, to the Black Tower from the present, we get this little scene here where it's all distorted and it forces us back. And the same thing happens in the Yoll Graveyard. We're forced back by a strange force. At the end of this episode, I'll do a little bonus where I'll show off going through that Black Tower and get to the point where we can't go anymore, where you need the Maku seed to dispel the darkness, or dispel the illusion. I'm thinking darkness because Data is about ready to defeat Onyx over in Oracle of Seasons. So Data finished his game first. Like I said, they'll all even out in the end because with the Link game experience, Data will then be coming over here to Labrynna, and Maverick will be heading over to Holiday. And I plan on just doing that like straight, so I won't be alternating between. I'll probably go have Data come over here, do Oracle of Ages, then I'll play a different game, get some Zelda fatigue out of the way, and then before the end of the year finish up the linked game with Maverick here, going over the seasons. So then we'll get a complete, pretty much a complete game, 100% of both of the games. If you do, after you complete a linked game, you can restart and do a second set of linked games. And if you do that, you can get like, they're called the Heroes games. But hey, we got another piece of heart there. In the hero games, we can get like extra heart containers. You can get up to 16 hearts. Here's the Tokay eyeball. Put it in here. And let's head on in here. So your courage, wisdom, and power. Those are the three Triforces. Courage, wisdom, and power. So we got 3 rooms. This, I guess, is the power room, because you're just going to defeat a bunch of enemies. I guess the next one is the courage room, because you got to be brave and complete all these traps. So here's something neat. I didn't even realize it, but yeah, you set a Gibdo on fire, and here comes a jumping Stalfos. Apparently the jumping Stalfos are kind of immune to fire, because I hit this one over here with the fire, with the Ember Seed, and it's still up around, jumping around. So, all the way back to try to escape. Aha! Enemies can't leave dungeons. Yeah, I have the Gasha ring. So, what, there's 5 enemies there. So, you can come in here, defeat those enemies, leave, come back out, fight them again, do that 3 times, or 4 times, and that will have the Gasha seed that you plant just right outside there mature, and you can keep farming it for those level 5 rings or the heart piece that you need. So this is, I guess, the wisdom part. We've got this room where there's a bunch of invisible pits. So how are we going to navigate it? Well, we'll use our Cane of Samara to just put things around, push blocks around, And it's pretty short. Where you know there's a pit, we can just jump over it. Oop, there's a pit right there. So we'll jump over it. And hey, room is solved. Now we're gonna have this little side-scrolling room. And it's gonna take us out to the sea where there's another little puzzle here for us. So we've got these 3 armor statues. If we push the one in the center to the left, it opens up the path forward to the ancient tomb. This is a small little maze. Kind of reminds me of the going to the Face Shrine in Link's Awakening, Dungeon 6. So a small little maze to deal with here. You're gonna find the Windfish's Dream plaque though at the end of this one. Instead, we're gonna find, like I said, the 8th dungeon, the ancient tomb. Finally, get the last essence of time in that, and the item will be the power glove, which will allow us to lift those blue statues. That one right up to the north there that we just passed, there's actually a ring underneath there, the blue ring. So under the blue statue is a blue ring, and the blue ring doubles your defense. The red ring doubles your offense, and the green ring does increases both, but not by a factor of 2. So as you can see, all the past has been uncovered. And in the next episode, we'll be uncovering all the secrets of the ancient tomb. Make a save here. 21 Gasha sees the plan. Definitely get that. Hopefully that's enough to get that level 5 rings that I need. And as I said, here's a little bonus. I'm just going to show off what the Black Tower is. It's dangerous past this point. There are beasts everywhere, and you can't even find your way to the top without getting lost. What's going on? Yeah, there's a bunch of enemies in here, so I guess this would be a good place to go fight enemies to summon Maple. But, like I said, it'd probably be better just to do it on those screens in the Highlands. Because you won't have to exit the tower here. But the enemies are fairly weak, and they progressively get stronger as you go up the tower. So right here is basically like one-hit kill enemies. And then we'll get into stuff like Wizrows and Darknuts higher up in the tower. And just as you go higher, you get more difficult. Move around, watch the laser. Some Gyarados. Don't light them on fire. So much easier as Gyarados than skeletons. Likes. At least likes in this game can drop things. I always hated that in the base Legend of Zelda game that likes they took 10 hits to defeat with the regular sword. And they never dropped anything, so there's like a pointless enemy to fight. But you often had to fight them because they were in rooms where you needed to push a block. And of course in that game, in order to push a block, all the enemies in the room had to be defeated first. That stumped me as a little kid, first time I played it. Because the first time you have to push a block in a room is Dungeon 1, and there's no enemies in that room, so you just take it for granted, oh, I can just push blocks if I need to. And I got to level 5 trying to get the whistle. Well, I didn't know it was the whistle at the time, but trying to push the block to get to the staircase, and here I had to defeat 5 blue iron nipples. So this is the section of the illusion. Basically, any of these doors, they just lead you back out. So we're gonna have to come back here with the Maku Tree, but to get the Maku Seed, I have to get level 8 first. So take care. See you next episode. Bye.